Bubsy, 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 Bobcat!
Bubsy, what could possibly go wrong when I mention his name? Quite a lot apparently, because I mention his name a lot and a lot goes wrong. And that's okay. People love to love him, people love to hate him. And the people that love to hate him love to hate the people that love to love him. And that's okay because we're all different. We all like and hate different things. You either love or hate Bubsy.
Well, are you still playing this thing?
People love to hate me too. Surprisingly, I know. I can see your shocked faces right now. I'm just as shocked as you are. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Bubsy's not everybody's cup of tea. Because he has flaws, like all of us. We all have flaws.
My contract does not mention paint.
So I'm not here to deny that. I would be stupid to say that he does not have flaws. I might be crazy, but I am not stupid.
Bye-bye.
I mean, could this game be improved on? Sure. Who of us doesn't need more improvements, huh?
Keep it up, just keep it up!
Are you perfect? I'm not here to convince anybody to like it, or love it, or hate it. Many people already do that on their own. I'm the one of the few that really like it. Alright, let's now break Bubsy down.
Oh, I think I broke something.
I don't go in playing it blindfolded because if I do play it blindfolded, I'm going to die a lot. Because there's a lot of enemies on the screen. You just got to take a look around. But wait, did you know that when you kill an enemy, they actually don't come back again? Knock knock. Well, nobody's home. You get 9 lives because this is a trial and error game. This game is trial and error. That's why you get so many lives to start with. And on top of that, you get a lot of hidden lives. On top of that, on top of the 9 lives, you get a lot more lives. Just remember, the more enemies you kill, the less times they'll be back. It will become easier because they won't be there. So you get a one-hit kill, but so do they. Even if you die, they won't come back.
Nothing can stop me now.
Where most people get stuck with this game are the controls. They don't get enjoyment out of it because they don't like the controls, and that's completely fair. But are they broken controls, or do you just need more practice with Bubsy?
Is there a doctor in the house?
Once you work it out like I did, it took me a while when I first got it, because I didn't have that many games on the Super Nintendo to start with. So when you got very few games to start with, you get to know the games that you have because you got nothing else to play. There's just a little bit of a steep learning curve.
Go for Baroque.
It does start off as an uphill battle, but don't worry, after that it's all downhill, as you will find yourself running, ducking and diving and gliding through the whole stage without even getting hit and not even breaking a goddamn sweat. Yeah, well, you get the idea. And don't worry, I'm just getting started, as his life is literally in my hands because I have the controller. Shall we continue? Well, of course you want to. You want to see the rest of his cool features, like it says on the back of this box.
Who wrote this stuff?
You do have to work out Bubsy's flow, and he does flow when you do work out his flow. Now let me ask you something, seriously. Can you fly, Bubsy?
What for?
Because if you don't glide when you fly, it's just gonna hurt your game.
Next time, I get a stunt cat.
Yeah, good idea. When you do jump and you do glide, you do get an idea eventually of where everything is, and then you do die a lot less because you know what's below you, you know what's in front of you. The controls here are inertia based, meaning that the faster you go, the harder it will be to change your direction. So you may not want to go that fast, or maybe you do. It's up to you. But to add to that, when you're jumping from the ground up, sometimes you will lose your balance too, of jumping straight up vertical to new heights. Which is why the gliding is going to be your new best friend. When you are gliding in the right place at the right time, you're gonna feel like you're in God mode.
Do you believe in miracles?
As gliding is an attack from above. The enemies in this game, they are varied. You have the convertible that you get stuck in, but you know what, once you understand that you don't jump into the convertible of that car, that red car is big, bright and red. It's like a big red flag that moves. You don't jump on it, but the yellow ones, you can jump on all of them because you jump on them and you go up really high. The trees, there's certain parts of the trees that you can jump on. You can jump, you can glide down. It actually does flow. Your momentum will dictate how natural your jumping mechanic will feel in the direction that you are headed, on which way the momentum is going, and where he is going to land. Where the controls feel awkward is where you're pushing the opposite direction to where the momentum is actually taking you. So you must use the glide to correct your course. It's going to confuse your brain just a little bit, and I should know it because my brain's confused quite a lot, so I sympathize. People do struggle with the one-hit kill, and I understand that because when you don't know where everything is, you are going to get killed a lot, but it is trial and error. The trial and error is key to this. But really, all you need to do is just look around a bit. Look before you leap as much as you can. And by the way, it's not all one death kills, so play it cool. The Western Train level in itself is one of the best levels in this game because it's a two-part level. You start on the train, then the train comes to a halt, then you go into another whole sub-level of the canyon. And down he goes where he will hit rock bottom, because it's very hard on the surface, as he moves on to the raft level, which I do not like, and I do not care for the music. The very annoying music that just rings in your ear just a little bit too much. There's only so much irritation in my ears that I can take sometimes. Now I know how you feel. It's not a great game all the time for me, because you can get a really good run.
Remember, I am a trained professional.
And then sometimes Bubsy can just fall flat. I get to the end of the game because the end of the game is also great. I love that last level. You know, where you got spaceships and woolies with space hats and self-opening doors. Yeah. As it comes down to this final confrontation, as Bubsy takes it in his stride. Literally, he strides and glides his way out of here. He sure knows where he's headed. And I'm sure right now many people would love to see the back of him and never come back.
What, and give up show business?
I am not playing this game blindfolded. I can see his flaws. I see him on the screen in front of me. He has plenty of flaws. He is a flawed character. He's a flawed game. It's not a brilliant game. Would I put this in the top 100 Super Nintendo games of all time? Absolutely not. Would I put it up there with Super Mario World, Super Metroid on the same pedestal, in the same room even? Absolutely not.
Is the writer's strike over yet?
But despite all that, he sure does make the list for games that give me the most enjoyment to play the most. Which is a whole different list. People will say, but I understand the game, I can play the game, and that's fine. If you can understand it, you can play it, that's great. If you don't like it still, we're all different. We're not all here to be the same, and that's alright. So anyway, Bubsy, yes, it is a trigger word for many people, and that's okay, I don't mind that. We're all different. I'm a living example of why we can all be different. We all like different things, and that's perfectly how it should be. We all like the same things, how boring would that be?
Well, are you still playing this thing?
Exactly. We all like different things, and that's fine. I love what I love, you love what you love. We're all here to love games in general, and that's all that matters. We all like games that we all love to play. We're all here to play different types of games. Not everyone's gonna like the same thing, and that's alright. We can all still be friends, and we can all still like the things that we like. So on that note, Bubsy, you can love him, you can hate him, just like me. You can love me, you can hate me. Believe me, many people love to hate me. I know, as shocking as that sounds, I'm not loved and cherished by everybody, and that's alright. I'm different, Bubsy's different, but I understand him, and I think if he was alive, a real person, he would understand me. There's some similarities there, I gotta admit that. He's a cheesy character, and I like that. It's how he is. He has an attitude that's very cheesy, that's very likable for me. I like it, because he's likable. I might be likable too. Who knows? Depends on what you like. Right? If you don't like what you like, you may not like me either. But on that note, I'll let you go. I've had enough to say about what I need to say because I've said as much as I need to say, and I don't think I can say that much more. And coming from me, that says a lot. Think about that. So for now, I'll let you lot go. Bye bye. I'm out. Play some Bubsy. Maybe.